Okay, well, things are heating up in Living with Intention. If you haven't been a part of it, this is going to be kind of difficult for you to get your heads around it. And I don't know whether this is going to encourage you to join us. A couple of weeks ago, probably 3 weeks ago now, we decided that we were going to gather in person. We were going to gather in person only under certain circumstances, because this was right after Thanksgiving. People are going to be together. If we meet together, what will have to happen? And we created for ourselves a set of understandings and rules about how we will be with each other such that we are safe. And then we got together, and then we discovered that each of us in one way or another had abandoned the rules that we had set. And people were scared and angry and upset. And so this whole thing came to the head. And then the following week, there was a question about conflicts within the group. And do we have conflicts? And I said, absolutely, we do. And I had the bad judgment to name this one. And so this past Sunday, we began to address that. And the fallout from that has been so severe that people on either side of the polarization have said, maybe I should just leave the group because I don't want the group to split. I don't want the group to split either. I don't think it will. There'll be some kind of faithful remnant left. But personally, I'm getting a lot out of this. This is a growth opportunity for me to try to figure out what's going on and how do we address this in such a way that we can actually resolve the polarization, because we have contained within the dozen of us that show up routinely for Living with Intention a representation of the larger diversity that exists within the whole human community. One of our members shared with me a video and asked if she could share it with others, or did I want to. If you want to share something, go on the pilgrimage.circle.so site and share it. I am not the gatekeeper. You want something to do that, If you want any feedback from me about whether I think it's a good idea, I'll give it to you. But I think if there's something you want others to know that's helpful to you, put it up there. That's what this community is about, is sharing the resources that we have available to us. But that's not what we're going to do on Sunday evening. We're not going to share resources with each other, because that's not going to move us towards resolution. What we are going to do is share ourselves and to share our own perspectives. And I've been trying to figure out how it is that I can set this up in such a way that you're going to know what it is that I'm inviting you to do. And as it turns out, it's kind of complicated, because there's two different pieces of theory that you kind of have to have access to be able to get to what it is that I think will be best for us to do Sunday evening, which is to share our own perspectives. One is that we have to be able to understand what is a perspective as a matter of the construction of our focus and locus and lens. And so I'm going to follow this up with a video where I talk about perspectives. But it also requires that we have a sense of why sharing that is important for us to get to a kind of agreement where we can work together to create what we need. So those two pieces are really important that we have access to. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to end this video right now. I'm going to share a video. I'm going to create a video now about perspectives, and I'm going to create a video about how do we come to agreements. And then I'm going to come back and tell you what it is that I want us to be doing Sunday evening that I think is going to help us get the most out of this, to help us engage in our own transformation in the fullest possible way. Because if you're not here for your transformation, then you're in the wrong group, because that's what Living with Intention is about. It's about me figuring out how it is that I can change me in a way that I'm creating more of what I need, such that everybody gets more of what they need. All right, so this is the first of a series of 4 videos. And next up is going to be perspectives, and then agreements, and then we'll come back together and talk about what we're going to do Sunday night. Okay, here it comes.